Hey guys, how's it going? My name is always, and welcome back to SevTech. In the last episode, we progressed to Age 1. We are out of the tutorial age, and we did everything there except for fighting the totemic boss to get a bow, but we'll worry about that later. I'm not too concerned with that for now. So, today, what is the plan? Well, we need to do some stuff. So I was mistaken. Before last episode, we kind of looked around the area, and I noticed that we had some samples right over here, and I saw azurite and thought, oh, lapis. Because I believe that is actually what lapis is. I could be wrong on that, but I was wrong. It's actually copper. So we break these, we'll get little copper clusters, which we can then use in the smelting to get copper ingots. And then we'll eventually be able to make, copper casts so that we can make metal pickaxes and all that kind of stuff. So we can start getting into metals. We also went ahead and made a chest and an actual crafting bench, a real one, right there. Last episode. So we can upgrade the primal chest. It's pretty cheap. Just a couple more logs. It's just actually one. Well, it's 4 planks. But can we? Something I haven't tested yet. Nope. Still can't make planks directly. But we can make hoes. So that means we can make farmland, I think. Should we try it? Let's try it. So I have cobblestone on me. We just need some wood. So this guy is still going to get plenty of use. And yeah, we have a lot of things we can do now. So let's get started. That's an axe. I want to make a stone hoe. And that was advancement. We can now begin farming. And that is kind of amazing. So now we can just kind of, well, one, we still can't move water, but we can make farmland wherever we need to, and everything will be fine. So that is amazing. We can start setting up a farm and all that kind of fun stuff. Don't know when we're going to do that or where, but it is something we can do now. So, what do we want to work on today? Well, the quest line is to get copper. We could also make a furnace. Is that just the standard recipe? It certainly is. So let's go ahead and make a furnace. These are some easy advancements we can get out of the way. And I'm going to put the furnace back here. Now, I want to just kind of make note of something. We have settled in this area, but this is not going to be where our permanent base is. We want to go back over there where there's a whole bunch of mountains that kind of intersect. I want to settle in that area because I think it'd be cooler, it'd look nicer, and all that kind of fun stuff. I'm not concerned about that yet. I don't believe we have 20 pages of things we can look at now. So like, there's not many building blocks or anything like that we can really mess with yet. We're gonna get to marble with astral sorcery soon. And that stuff is kind of amazing. And marble in general is usually pretty cool looking. But there's not really all that much yet that we can do things with. So not gonna worry about it yet. But in the relative near future, we will start looking at getting into better building blocks and actually making a nice little area for ourselves. I really like the concrete stuff. And prismarine is an awesome block as well, but those things are going to be kind of difficult to get for the time being. But yeah, as you can see, there's not really that many building blocks. There's a good bit, but there's not that many. So it's gonna be a little bit before we do too much. Pop Midori. That's something I don't know anything about. Oh, hey, will be destroyed if broken. Okay, so we can make a better bed now. In fact, that's one of the things we can do. But one of the things we want to work on, if we hit F3, we still don't have any like information. So first thing I want to make is the plumb line, or as it's often called, a plumb bob. So we're gonna make one of those. I also want to start making a weak dowsing rod so that we can find the ores. And anything else for right now? Yes, we're gonna want a wooden basin because those are amazing. Wooden basin, and I think stone anvil. Stone anvil. This is gonna be very important later as well. So this will allow us to make plates and stuff later. For now though, I think it's just used for, yeah, it's making plates. So these are things that we're gonna need. So first things first, let's see if we have, let's see what kind of, we do need some stone slabs, but we're gonna need more than that. We're gonna need some stone cooked up. And I'm still gonna use this guy because he's super useful. Let's get like 8 stone. The wooden basin is pretty cheap actually. Just some wood. And we can actually make torches now. That's something else that's kind of exciting. So torches are, we can take the unlit fiber torches, or we can take plant twine, or any kind of twine really. And use coal and a stick to get some torches. So if we get a couple sticks, let's go grab some sticks from here. We will be able to make actual torches, and that is kind of cool. That is awesome to me anyways. So there we go, 2 torches. We don't have to use the totem torches anymore. We still can, but we have the classic Minecraft torches. That is awesome. Okay, so let's see, we're gonna need more of these. We're gonna need something like, what's the wood basin? Okay, something like that. So we're gonna want one of these guys. And these things are amazing. You fill with water and ingredients, and then you right click it and you stir it, and it makes whatever you need. So for example, leather is a lot quicker to make now. So you can still make it 2 minutes. Actually, you still have to dry it, but we can take a wooden basin and make 3 at a time with only 1 ground resin. So it's a little bit more efficient. And same with the salted hide. We still have to dry them, but the salted hide we can also make with just 1 piece of salt. It doesn't matter what kind of salt, and 3 pieces of leather. So we can make it 3 times as fast with less resources basically. So super useful, and I like it. So next thing I want to make is the plumb bob. How bad is this to make? It is bolt of string and a rock. So that is a bunch of string with a spindle, which is just some sticks. I don't actually know how to use the spindle, so let's make one and see. So I guess we're going to need just a lot of string. We have a bit, but we're going to need 16 string or twine, and we don't have that much twine either. We have a little bit of twine, but not that much. So we're gonna have to do something about that, and that's why we have a stone hoe. So let's grab a bunch of cotton seeds. Let's move this, and let's go grow a bunch of cotton. Because we can now. This is the kind of Alright, if you've never played this mod pack or anything like this before, this is the part in the mod pack where things get really fun because you just went from having like no technology, no resources, and all this kind of stuff, and now you do. And that is a really cool, like, it has an effect on you a little bit to the point of like, I can go make this stuff now. I can go, you know, I need string. I can go farm string now, and it's super easy. And things are going to get very difficult to get out of this age. I believe I know what we need to get out of this age, or it's the next age. I'm not entirely sure which, but we can kind of look ahead. I believe, is it not an engine? What is the thing to get out of this age? I know we're going to need a astral tome, which is really, really difficult to make because this aquamarine is not so easy to get. But there's a lot of things we'll see later. I don't remember what's at the end of the stage. I know one of the stages, the end goal is a motor, and its recipe is just silly. So while we're waiting for more cotton, let's go ahead and make the stone anvil, and we'll put it over here, and then stone and a stick. We can make a hammer pretty easily, and I believe, no, you can't just set that on there. Alright, well, we'll put it in this chest. I have two. Okay, I think that accidentally duplicated. I'm not sure. But anyways, more stuff that we've done. So we need to also make a weak dowsing rod. Now this detects ores in a 48 block straight line, and that is incredibly easy to make. So just some logs and sticks, and there's the weak dowsing rod. So now we can go get metals. Now, in order to get the metals and smelt them up, we are going to need the heater and melter, and a couple other things, which we'll get to. We're going to do this out here, right over here, I think. So heater, melter. Now the heater uses fuel, and the melter, you can put the ingots and whatnot in there. And then we're going to need a, what is it called? Not a casting channel, a faucet. We need a faucet and a casting table, which I think we can only make out of seared brick, but that's not too bad. I'm gonna want seared brick. Now later we'll be able to cast this out with seared stone, but we can't get that yet. So we're gonna want to get a block thing, I guess. We're gonna have to do everything in blocks, I think. So we need porcelain bricks, which requires white powder, clay, and flint. We're gonna need 7 of those. So white, powder, clay. We're gonna need more clay, and we need some more flint. I have some gravel, so that's not an issue. So 7 flint. It's blocked. Oh, can't put that there. Okay, so do that. So what's the order for these? Clay is in the second one, and then white dye powder is in the third, which we can use bones. I don't want to use bones. Bones are kind of a rarity right now. We also have a bunch of string, potentially. Is there any other way to use that? Nope. So here's the question. Let's put the spindle down. And I thought it said just throw it at it. Throw items. Alright, let's try this again. Does it take a second? I actually have never seen the spindle before, so I don't know how it works. But all we're really saving is wood, so who cares? Wood is not that much of a commodity. It's not anything that I'm too concerned about, so we'll get that. And we need white dye. And we need some clay. So the clay is easy enough to get. Does this guy have... He has a bone. So we just need like 7 clay, so like 2 things worth. Okay. That's really all we need. And I guess let's go ahead and grab a bone. So something else we can do real quick. I kind of forgot to mention this, and I keep forgetting to mention this. I went around the area and put a whole bunch of markers. There's a good bit of copper. Haven't found any tin yet. I found some lava. I also found a Sheogoth layer. And it might have been one I've found before, but I've been putting different icons for different things. This coal formation, I actually want to go to. So let's look for some white flowers on our way. The Oxeye Daisies gives you light gray, I do believe. But let's go this general direction. Lily of the Valley, I believe, is white powder. And just need to go this general direction. And we have some lava right there as well. Perfect. So I just realized we have Wela now. It's not much. Did we have that before? I don't even know. White daffodils. I know those are. But if we go in this general direction, I did a lot of exploration, and it wasn't anything like too in depth or anything. I just kind of walked around for a bit and was looking for things. So looking at stuff like this to see if we could find anything of interest. But if we keep going right up here, and there's some clay right there. That's kind of neat. If we keep going right up this direction, I don't think we had Wela before. I think that's new. That's also really nice. Right here is our first little bit of coal. So we can get coal. And the way ores work in this mod pack is you get a lot of a resource whenever you find it, to the point where I'm going to make a couple picks before we go searching for the copper. The ore is very rare in kind of world generation type, so you're not going to find it like just vein mining. But when you find it, you find a lot. In fact, I'm a little scared of how big this pocket might be. But yeah, I found these coal samples. Can break those and get some coal. We're going to want some coal for right now. There might be more around, but I haven't marked on the map, so it doesn't really matter too much. So let's continue looking around for more things. Specifically white flowers. Oh, hey. There's more coal here. So I'm going to mark this one as well. And I'll leave those down, but I found that one that was already out and like available to us. Is this stuff? That's yellow. Okay. Don't need yellow dye right now. That's a yellow daffodil. Alright, so, for the most part, we just need to kind of walk around, look for flowers. That is kind of a neat thing, but also kind of a tedious thing. So I'm not going to do it too much. I will go use some bones if I have to. But the fewer bones we have to use, the better off we'll be. There is a good bit of, like, small caves. Not necessarily going to need to use any of them. But if we do, like, we can hopefully find things we need pretty easily. I hear lava or something. Chamomile. That's right. Chamomile is used for other things. Don't actually know what. But yeah, this is some azurite. We have... Oh, hey. Field manual. So it tells you where everything is. This is really cool. Alright, we'll keep that. We have some sulfur dust as well. That's really neat. Totempedia. There's my atlas. So yeah, this is some more copper. Or at least so I think. I really thought it was lapis before. But lapis is another age. There's some samples right over there. Or is that just a rock? I think that's just a rock. Cotton. That is light gray. Don't want it. Let's grab all the cotton. You know, I should just right-click it to gather it. And we might encounter some mobs. That is okay as well. I'm kind of curious of what mobs we would encounter. So I'm not going to be too upset if there are a few that spawn. Not seeing any yet, so let's just sleep. Alright, so I want to get copper. I'm going to mine a lot of copper between episodes probably. But we've got, what, 26 coal? That's not too bad. We're going to use a little bit of that to make some torches. So we're going to want that much plant twine, sticks, and coal. And there are some torches. Now we can also get more string. We're going to need a little bit more. But Lily of the Valley and the Millstone gives you a good bit of stuff. And eventually, and when I say eventually, I mean relatively soon, we'll be able to make all the stuff we need with this so that we can start working on getting well, more. We'll be able to get more of the what am I trying to say? Relatively soon we'll be able to get automation with Better with Mods, which is a little bit of a pain. Okay, so we can get 4 string out of that. Do we want to do that? It's going to give us 7. That's pretty close. Let's go ahead and do that. And then we just need 1 more string. Put that away. Do we have any more white powder? Don't think so. We can take 2 of these, put those away. Throw some stone slabs in there. Okay, that's salt, not white powder. Alright, and then recipe for this. There's a bunch of different flours. But then also bone meal. So 1 bone will be more than enough. We'll just throw that in there, make some bone meal, and then we'll be able to get what we need. So it's just going to take a lot of hunger, because that's what Better with Mods does with the manual stuff. We're working hard. So once we get this, I'm going to have this be the ore stuff. So we're going to put the sulfur in there, as well as the coal. I will slowly kind of start working towards getting all just normal Minecraft chests and kind of getting things organized. This is a relatively small house, so really can't do too much with that. Alright, so 1 more bone meal. Put the rest in there. I'm going to go grab some cotton, because I have a feeling that our cotton has grown at least one. Nope, never mind. Might as well check on it, though. So, with the dowsing rod, we can kind of do more stuff. I want to make the... I realize we're going to need more, aren't we? Because we also need the faucet. Faucets. We can make a porcelain faucet. It requires 3 more, so we need 10 in total. That's not a big deal. We can easily get 3 more of those. I'll just have to go get some more clay. And 1 more bone meal. So this is just so that we can start smelting up everything that we're going to have. So let's hit that. We're going to eat a bunch of berries. Our nutrition is actually pretty good. We need more grain, so we need to eat more tasty sandwiches. But we'll get there with nutrition. I don't know if bread has changed recipes. Recipes will change. We can make rice bread now. So we can cook up dough. We can make dough in a basin. And again, it's cheaper. So that is all really good things. Let's just come down here. Grab a little bit more clay. And I'll come back for the rest of the cotton later. That's probably a white flower, isn't it? That's a white daffodil, isn't it? Yep. And those are yellow. So, flowers, there's flowers everywhere. That is one nice thing. Getting dyes is really easy because there's multiple flowers for literally everything. So we need 10 clay, 10 white, and then it's like so. And we should be good to go. So just kind of gotta do this for a little bit. Let's put the books in here. Don't need the atlas right now. We're gonna need to make a spindle. I really don't know how these are used, but it might be something important to learn later. I think if we have it powered, it will spin, literally, and then that's how we'll get it. So, let's switch to carrots for now, because I have a lot of carrots. We can even cook some carrots, get a little bit different food source. And yeah, just got to get through all this. So once we get all of the porcelain stuff that we need, we'll be able to start cooking up these ores, which, what did I do with, are they in here? Yeah, so we have the copper clusters. We'll need to get things heated up. But yeah, having a good bit of torches will help. So cooked carrots are slightly better than normal carrots, and they take like nothing to actually cook or anything like that. So we'll get plenty of those. They just take a little bit of time. Let's throw this away. Let's go check our cotton, and I want to find the copper on camera, but then I'm going to do a lot of mining off camera because that's usually a better way to do it. I still haven't found any tin. That is something we're going to need, but copper is first thing because that's going to allow us to make a alloyer. I believe is the next thing after. Yeah, the alloy kiln. So once we get that, then we can start doing a little bit more stuff. Um, Now we could use a casting table, but I don't believe we can actually make ingots yet. So that is something that we're going to have to kind of keep an eye out for. See, plenty of stuff. We have 4 more. And let's see, I don't need gravel. Alright, so the other thing that we might want to go ahead and grab is, can we make ladders? We certainly can. So let's grab a little bit of wood. And we'll grab all of this. And we'll let him start going like so. He'll do his little thing. And we're going to make some ladders. Hopefully we don't need more. We'll probably will. Let's see, we can make the faucet. And yeah, the horse will do the work for us, so we don't have to, which is always nice. And then we can kind of worry about mining. And speaking of which, last thing we're going to want to do is make another pick. We're stuck in the Stone Age for now with our tools, but decently soon we'll be able to make better tools. Decently. It'll still be a little bit, but... Alright, so we have one more cycle of things. This is my last cooked carrot for now, so we'll have to make more later, or not worry about it. We have plenty of... Oh, hey. There's the last one. Cool. So while that's cooking, let's go ahead and run down to the water. We are going to need a rock. Let's not forget about that. And do we have... We have the cotton. I'm going to go ahead and grab all that I can. I find it interesting that sometimes the cotton doesn't, like... doesn't fully go back down to the first stage, which is nice, actually. So let's throw the seeds in there. We only need 3 cotton. So here is last string. And we can start working on one. We get a basin. This is going to be required to get the blocks of metal. Bolt of string. And there's the plumb line. Oh hey, we get the spindles back. Interesting. So the plumb line will tell us where we're at. Our Y level is 70. So, really cool. I believe you can also, like, look down from things. So depth of 1. I don't know. I don't know how it works, to be perfectly honest, but it does tell you your Y coordinate, which is really, really nice. Because, well, let's go back to age 1. Copper is located between Y12 and Y52. So, a little bit of variety in where it can be, but we'll find it, I'm sure. So let's get our dowsing rod on our hotbar. Let's go ahead and put casting basin here, and that should work just fine, I think. I don't actually know. I've never used it before, so yeah, I don't know. Let's take ladders, and we might need more ladders. If we do, let's just go ahead and get more ladders. We can always chopping down trees is something I can pretty easily handle, but getting out of a hole that I've dug for myself is a little bit harder. And the zombie kind of scared me, not gonna lie. Wasn't expecting to see him. So we have a wolf hood, which is better than our current leather cap. So let's go over to where it goes down. We need to go down and start digging. So The dowsing rod does have a durability. Nothing of interest. Nothing of interest. And the key is just to... Actually, there is a way. If you hit F9, you can see the chunk boundaries. And if you look at the chunks that things are in, go to the corners. Found azurite. And it's down a little bit. So we're going to just do a dig like this. So we found some azurite, and it is somewhere. I don't know if that number is how much or what, but we're just going to dig straight down, like so that we are safe. If you don't know, this is standard Minecraft digging practices. You dig down like this so that you don't fall into bottomless pits. We are actually between the two blocks, so we're safe. This is a great way to get materials, and there is our first little bit of azurite. So there we go. Copper. Get to the copper. Alright, so now we're going to want to find... Honestly, we'll just put it right here, and we can get out. So, plenty of ladders, and we're going to have plenty of copper. So, that is going to be it for this episode. We have the fast traveling down of... traveling fast down stuff. But one thing we're going to want before too long is better tools. So, we're getting a little bit of copper. And so, can we make better picks? Can we make a copper pick? What does it require to make... Okay, so we can make bronze... Why is a bronze pick with copper? Not entirely sure. Mining speed, 6 versus 4. So dark stone, black quartz. So I don't think we have access to that. We can make a bone pickaxe, which has a little bit better. Flint is pretty slow, but we'll be able to make better picks soon enough. And then the last thing we're going to want to look at, honestly, we can get rid of all of this stuff because we made all of it. So the alloy kiln. This is the last thing we're going to want to make, and it is bricks and sandstone. And I think that's about it. And then that's going to allow us to make bronze and get into blood altars. So plenty of things to do. But we are going to need an engineer's hammer. Engineer's hammer, which requires some copper. So that's not bad. So yeah, I have a lot of digging to do. And honestly, actually, you know what? Let's head back up. We can turn F9 off. I want to see if I can make a pick that's a little bit better. And let's go ahead and grab these. So there's plenty of stuff out in the world, and we'll be able to get as much of this copper and stuff as we want. So we put that in there. We need to heat it up. So let's grab some coal. So I'll have to go grab more coal. And hopefully this is enough for now. But we throw this into the heater, and this will start smelting up. It'll take a little bit of time. But the idea is that we're going to make copper. So yeah, I will probably want to go get a lot more of the stuff. We have a bunch of wolf heads. I know I had some more armor stuff. If I might have thrown it away. So we'll let the helmet break. Do we have any pants? Where would I keep my pants? I don't know. Anyways, let's keep an eye on this. And it's going to take a little bit of time. We have some marble, which is nice. We'll be able to make a chisel later so that we can just kind of forget about having to make astral sorcery marble. Or finding it rather. We can just chisel it. And we can make chisels pretty easily once we get to that point. But this is almost melted the first set. So let's take a look at what else we're going to need to do. We need to go to the hunting dimension. It is portal frame, and you light it using a vanilla sword, which is kind of cool. Aqueducts, we can make aqueducts that will move water for us. We can use channels. That's something else. Clay barrels, as well as extensions and dung pipes. But we need to find cassiterite or teolite, aka tin. Oh my gosh, this is taking forever. I think different things have different heat values. So we'll need to get better stuff. Something I don't think we can make yet is a smeltery controller. Yeah, we can't make a smeltery controller. But there's 3 ingots of copper. And well, how bad is the hunting dimension frame? Let's see that. So this is a great place to get access to mobs. So basically you go through and you can fight mobs. It is a eternally dark it's a place that's eternally dark, and you can find different biomes and stuff. So it's a good way to get certain mobs if you need them. But all in all, it's just it's a dangerous place. We will probably go there if we need to, but probably not that much. Let's see. The leaf bed requires a bunch of hay. We'll worry about that later, as well as it requires leaves, which I think. So wait for it to switch to something that's actually there. Can we make shears now? Unrefined clay shears. Yeah, we can make clay shears, or we can make bone shears, which, oh wait, we already did. I forgot. So that's pretty easy. What else do we have? So the aqueducts, I don't know how many of those we're going to need to make, but what is the recipe for those? So aqueducts are clay and bricks. That's not bad. Okay, so are you almost done? And the coal is going to last for a while, I think. But I will go mine some more. That's not too much of an issue. I do want to save as much as I can, though, so we're not going to worry too much about that. Go ahead and cook some food up. Eat some more tasty sandwiches. And we have a good bit of wheat, but we're probably going to want more. There's a lot of things we're just going to want to get more of. But yeah, so I really just want to make another pick. If we can make a copper / bronze, I don't know why it says bronze, but if we can make a better pick, that'd be really nice. So it's about halfway done. So let's see the bottom of the barrel, clay barrels. Clay barrel. Requires on fire. That's just a bunch of clay, and then extensions. Red, green. I don't know where the normal color is, but it's man, this is kind of annoying, but there's a recipe. We could also use turntables, but those are complicated. So let's sleep. Are you done? Almost. You can go ahead and start pouring it out. And hopefully it finishes by the time. Hey, cool. So we're going to make our first block of copper. Now, the reason we have to start with copper and stuff like that is because, well, copper actually has a pretty low melting point as well as tin. And so we don't really have access to a lot of heat yet. We'll get there. And that's why this is kind of how it is. So what we do is we take our stone mallet and we smack it a bunch of times, and we'll get our ingots. So 1, 2, and 3. Alright, so there is some copper plates. Put those down, and can we make it? It is a bronze pickaxe for whatever reason. So that is kind of cool. I will tell you guys what. Let's go real quick. I know this episode's getting a little bit long, and we're kind of waiting on things, which is never good content, I'll be honest. It's not the best of content usually. But let's go back down here, and I just want to see how quick is this pick now. Much quicker. I can handle that, and it's going to be decently good at like durability, so I am going to spend some time. I have a lot of copper to grab, and so yeah, I'm going to dig out as much of this as I feel like it and /can, and next time we will continue on. I think the next order of business is to go get a bunch of clay so that we can start making the kiln, and I need to find tin as well, so I will search around for that and probably do the same thing, but that'll probably be at the end of the episode or something. We'll go to wherever it is, because I don't want to like waste your guys' time with digging too much. So I'm going to stop doing that right now and end the episode. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!